In Siaya County, we are looking into how we can transform trade and bring in our people to grow the economy of Siaya. In that aspect, we have seen it well that we call upon our people and the interested investors, both locally and internationally, to come and invest in Siaya. In that regard, we have areas and thematic areas that we are looking into to develop to be a big ticket, a bankable projects that, if taken well, then will create opportunities for our people in terms of employment, in terms of services, and also in terms of exports.
Today, the county has rolled out a number of value chains in the agricultural sector in readiness for investment. We have cotton, we have rice, we have tomatoes, we have poultry, bee, and quite a number of other areas. Additionally, we have a growing blue economy that is rising very fast. The county has invested in a number of extension offices that are supporting our farmers to be able to have enough raw material to support industrialization. We also have a budding cooperative movement and a number of cooperatives that are also working in clusters.
I've been a fisherman since I left school in 1987. When I left school, I went directly to do fishing. For 10 years, I was doing the type of fishing known as gill net fishing, where we were catching bota. By that time, we used to catch a lot of bota. But after some few years, from 1988, we were introduced by fisheries fish cage farming. We have done it almost 10 years, and it is lucrative the way we have been doing it. You are sure of the return. If you put about 10,000 fish fingerlings, then you do proper feeding. After 9 months, they can be mature to a gram of 400 to 500 grams. It depends on how you feed them. That is how the return will come. If you give them low feeding, then you won't experience a good return. But if you feed them properly, then 8 months you can experience they have developed up to even 700 grams to 600 grams. So you can do harvesting from there. The very few challenges we have been experiencing, one is quality fingerlings. The type of fingerlings we have been buying. Sometimes you can buy fingerlings and you are not sure of the species you have bought. So when you come to put it here, you might experience that they don't develop very fast. We we have been having a very serious challenge of market. Like even this year, you can feed your fish up to a stage when they are now mature enough for you to do harvesting, and you find that there is no ready market. So when the fish has reached a maturity stage and you cannot get a market, so that stage you might run at a loss because you continue feeding them and you don't gain now. Every investor, that if there is a way that fishermen can be encouraged to do fish cage farming, because the local fish that we used to catch is not there. So even here we have got a number of women coming from Siaya to buy fish from here because this one is ready and you are sure. So I can recommend to investors, if there is a way that we can encourage fishermen to go to fish cage farming, then that will also preserve the lake for the local fish to develop. Sasa last year county government ikaingilia zaidi, ikaitengeneza mashine ambayo iko hapo ndani, ikaongeza zingine ya kusiaga pamba, ya kusafisha pamba, ya kutengeneza mafuta na ya kupima uzito wa maji na joto ambayo iko kwa pamba. Lakini bado tunakosa pamba kwa sababu tulikuwa tunatumia partners ambayo pia wako na machines kama hizi. Kama Dhika anafanya jini na anafanya mili. Tuko na Sanjin ya Meru anafanya jini. So hawa ndio tulikuwa tunapatana nao, wakatupea mbegu tukapanda, na agreement nasema tukishapanda tunawauzia. So wakati huu tunawauzia Dhika na Meru. So tuko na mpango kama society ya kwamba come next year tutafanya engineering hapa sisi wenyewe. Kama sahii mkulima akileta pamba tunawalipa hapo hapo, ili tu regain ama tu restore ile confidence ya mkulima aendelee mbele na kilimo cha pamba, because value chain ya pamba chenye inaendesha hiyo value chain ni production, na kama hakuna pamba hatuwezi ongea hata juu ya hizi machines ambayo iko hapa ndani, hata jinari, hata watu wa Dhika hawezi kunyesha hata nguo. So the most important stage ya hii value chain ni mkulima mwenyewe ambaye analima pamba, tunamuita production stage. We need more investors ili watap hii opportunity, ili mambo ya kilimo cha pamba iendelee vizuri hapa Siaya. By products ya pamba, number one, ikitoka kwa ile raw cotton pale kwa store ikiletwa hapa inafanyiwa ginning. Ginning chenye inatoka ni two byproducts, ni lint na mbegu. Lint inaelekea tu manguo na vitu hospitali cotton ulivyo. Alafu tunabaki na seed. Seed iko na byproducts mingi tena. So kwa seed hapa tuko na mafuta ya kupika, mafuta ya kuendesha ndege, tuko na sabuni, tuko na chakula ya kuku, ya ng'ombe, ya nguruwe, ya samaki ambayo inaitwa cotton seed cake. Na tena kwa ile mbegu ndogo ikisafanywa jeni, kuna kauzi kadogo ambayo inabaki hapo kwa mbegu. Sasa tunafanyiwa inaitwa delinting, inatolewa yote. Hiyo ikisatolewa, hiyo ndio wanaanza nayo pesa. Ukiona pesa imetoka kwa banki iko slippery, iko slippery, hiyo ni pamba ndio wanafanya naye kama hii. Ukiona hii noti inafanya hivi, hiyo ni pamba. Ndio inalainisha inakuwa hivyo. So hiyo ni byproducts ya pamba. Si unaona ni value chain nzuri kabisa. So iko na pesa.
I'm Newton Obado, Secretary to the Ramba Food Processing Producers and Marketers Cooperative Society, the owners of this facility. This facility was built, they started building in 2013, it got finished in 2016 through a World Bank funding and the GOK and Government of Kenya. After that, after the construction, it was handed over to Cooperative Society, who are actually the owners. We got into partnership with the E&A Industries somewhere around 2017 that does the processing. Up to now, they're the one doing the processing. It's leased to them on condition that we supply, the cooperative supplies the raw material. E&A does the processing. E&A, by the time E&A came in, most of the equipment here was substandard. So he had to import new machines. He imported some from India. Some were locally made but refurbished. So far, I think Siaya is having a conducive environment for investment. Like you can see, we got power. You can get water. You can get your own source of water by drilling. And it's actually conducive. Maybe your raw material, you'll have to get to, if it is agricultural, you have to go to the farmers, induce the farmers to give you raw material. Like for mangoes itself, this place is very conducive for mangoes because of the temperature. It's able to produce mangoes two seasons a year. So with any other investor, if it is agricultural, we got support from the county government, very good support from the county government. I've seen it done with the mangoes. This is an example. I've seen it done with poultry. I've seen it done with fish. If you go to Luanda Cochino, it's very conducive and it's being upgraded. So maybe if an investor comes around, gets such a facility, he can upgrade it to its standards.